This is the I Love Friends podcast, a subsidiary of Rock Radio. We have Thor, Christian, Louise, James, and all of our friends. We talk about cool stuff and have some good times. Fuck every other show. This one is the best. Okay.
This is Corrupt Radio. You know, we live every Tuesday. And James, want to start off with something there? Let's go.
So, guys, how was y'all's Christmas?
God damn it! It was good, James. It was pretty good.
No, it was good.
Chilling.
No, it was good. I always preach that I love family time. I can't get enough of it, and we had too much of it. I'd say.
For real?
Yeah.
Why's that?
Not too much of it. I mean, but like none of my family was fucking tired. Like they were all. Like my mom was up till fucking 4 a.m. Like she was fucking.
Yeah, she got crazy at my uncle's.
She was just trying to play games and drink and whatnot. And I'm like, damn, it's 2 a.m. I'm trying to go to bed.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I know what I did. I went to bed. I was like, I love all my family stuff. It was a good turnout. It was badass. Saw the extended family that we see twice a year, and it was pretty cool. Yeah, it was a vibe. Everyone stayed pretty late. It was a vibe. We opened a present super late. We usually do it at like 10. We didn't do it till 12:30. I was waiting. I was like 10 years old.
You celebrate my Christmas then?
Huh?
You celebrate my Christmas?
Yeah. Do you open it at midnight or what?
No, we just do when everyone gets there.
I wish I could hear you.
Or like, we just do when everyone gets there.
Talk close.
Pick it up to your fucking mouth. Yes. There you go.
There you go.
We just do it when everyone gets there. But like, of course, as kids, it was just us, like my parents and like me and my sisters and brothers. And but things changed. Like, you know, when you get nephews, nieces, a kid, grandkid.
You got a big ass family, bro.
I got a big freaking family.
I thought he had a big family. You got a big family.
It's so awesome. Like, I'm so happy that like my nephews and nieces are all close in the same age group. Mm-hmm. So like, dude, you got a big ass family. Like, it's ridiculous.
I would hate that, bro. I'd have to buy all these motherfuckers presents and shit.
Dude, oh man, it was awesome. I loved it.
What about you, Luis? How was your Christmas?
I love seeing. Go ahead. Yeah, Thor, you suck.
Yeah.
It's cool. I mean, mine wasn't that crazy either. It's just hot chocolate and fucking carne asada.
Elote.
Just big chili, lots of protein.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
You got a little story to tell about Christmas or nah?
Not really. I got fucking high, man.
Oh shit.
I got way too high in my mom's house too. I was kind of tripping too. I was like, I hope she doesn't notice.
Oh, she definitely knows.
Yeah. Me and Hank, we took those walks. You know what I mean? We're gonna go for a walk.
Yeah, I went there
high as a bitch, boy. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I was talking walks.
I literally went in for a plate of carne asada. I came back stoned as fuck. I don't know how that happened.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I ate like 14 tamales, bro.
Yeah, your boy went in on some food.
I'm feeling sluggish. I need a detox. I mean, the holidays are over. I done fuck up good.
For real.
So let me just chill.
How was yours, Christian?
It was good. Same shit. Just chilling with my
Business
family.
casual.
How was
shit.
You told me someone's party got crazy?
It's my uncle's party. I wasn't even there. I just heard people got fucked up. So, like, I heard like half of my family fell down. Like, it was crazy.
Damn. Emery was twerking or what?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's dad was doing the cotton eye joke. Him and your uncle reenacted back in the barnyard. They were acting like a cow and pig.
Yeah. Damn.
There's a cow farm. There's a lot of cows outside.
We hope all of y'all had a great Christmas and a new year because it's gonna come out way after that. But So someone in this table here saw a really important movie that came out, a really pivotal one, and I really wanted to hear his impressions on it.
Yeah.
Without spoilers.
Do I need to see it? Is it that good?
Yeah.
So look,
Avatar, by the way.
Listen, understand this.
Movie review.
Avatar 2 movie review. Beep. So the movie. So of course it's a trilogy. It's the second one. Avatar came out when I was like probably in elementary, and I remember watching it, and I was like, man, I was just so mesmerized. You know, with the CGI now.
What year was that? Was that 2013 when it came out?
2012, 2009. Yes.
What?
It was right next to Transformers, dude. That's bangers, Tropic Thunder, Transformers, Iron Man.
Yeah.
You understand?
I do.
So check this out.
You understand?
It was mesmerizing watching it as a kid because I was like, man, this is crazy. Watching this now, a decade later, I'm telling you, the technology has gotten so good. Like, with all the stuff they're doing, I was legit questioning, is that like a real submarine? Or is that CGI? Or maybe partially CGI.
You're talking about the second one?
Pretty sure it was all CGI.
Are you talking about the second one?
Yes.
Or the first one?
They were in a complete green screen.
For real.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm the asshole.
Golly.
Go ahead.
So watching the movie, in the visual aspect, we're talking about this. It was very good. I wish I saw on IMAX because I saw regular 3D, and I was like, man, this is legit.
Do movies still come out in IMAX?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh,
I saw the first one in real D 3D.
So-
Anyway, go ahead.
So check this out. 3D. The storytelling and all that, it was definitely like about family. That's the 100%. It was literally a family trying to survive, and there's a lot of. Hopefully, I use this term right. Is it considered when a propaganda movie is made that pertains something that has happened in history, or is currently happening?
That's a Hank question right there.
a propaganda movie? I mean, what is it talking about?
So
James?
say
there's like a hidden message.
They made what's a propaganda movie that's legit? District 9?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. It's more of an allegory.
Okay, there you go.
Damn, that was nice.
It's like a metaphor.
Okay.
It's not
symbolism.
Like Lilo Stitch.
It has a
Stitch,
message. It has a message and agenda, but it's not necessarily like on the nose shoving.
Like
it in
Lilo
your
and
face.
Stitch Family Store.
Right.
Yeah. That's exactly what I meant.
Go ahead.
An example. 2001: The Space Odyssey.
I haven't.
About
I didn't
AI.
see that.
I watched that one night recently and I fell asleep. I felt really bad, but it was fucking cool.
It's cool, but it's boring.
Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
So, talking about the storytelling, it was well thought out, but I hope that wasn't their first storyboard they had for the movie. I hope there was like multiple.
I'm sure there was. Yeah.
But
There might have been two, James.
But they landed on this to legit be a family movie.
Huh. Is it like
a family
Ohana means
movie as
family
in
type?
Fast and Furious, and a family movie as an Elf.
Like
They
is that
combine the two.
really?
It's meant like, say if I'm a father.
Is it about Christmas with people racing?
Say I'm a father, right? And I'm raising two kids,
Uh-huh.
and the movie it delivers a message like a father will do anything for his family. I'm like, yeah, I'm Avatar too.
It's like Vin Diesel in the pacifier.
Yeah,
Is that good?
watch this.
Wait. So the first one, it got real like. It was real dark. They were like fighting the humans and shit like that. It got real like crazy and blood and shit like that.
This one was just
War.
This
What's
one
up?
was very
Turning.
genocidal. Like there was some their whole intakes were pretty genocidal on overtaking the land of Pandora and taking their resources, and it symbolizes like it reminds me of how oil companies have literally freaking erased the rainforest, the Amazon,
Yeah.
all that. I'm just throwing those two names out there. I don't legit know what they've destroyed. I know they destroyed like villages and stuff, right?
I mean, dude, they destroyed like everything in the rainforest.
I'm just making sure I'm using the right example.
So, but before you continue, I guess you can kind of compare the symbolism from the real world, like the rainforest.
So I watched a documentary about a rainforest, right? A tribe that lived there. And
He literally leaves Avatar.
Anyway, it's fine. Go ahead.
Go.
Okay,
Go ahead.
All right. And they were impacted by an oil company that took over their like area, and it was so messed up because the horses came and go on their trail to go to the next like tribe place, whatever.
Yeah.
And all the excavators are like breaking down the roads like they've made, and it's just so bad, bro. Like I'm
Taking
like,
down stop signs.
damn, it's sad. It's very sad.
They were still driving on roads back in the future?
No, fool. Like they went to the rainforest and they made like a horse trail,
Oh, okay. And,
and the excavators just freaking ran over all the
Yeah.
excavators and whatnot.
Yeah, they're cutting down the trees.
Sad. It's very
Is that
sad.
blood diamonds?
Similar in a way. That's a good analogy.
Hey, eulogy or what did you say? Allegory.
So yeah, back in 2009, there was like a Tumblr kind of thing going around where they were comparing Avatar to Pocahontas. It's essentially the same thing. You have the white man
Coming in
and
ruining the
fucking
way of life.
ruining
But what if it
yeah,
happened
exactly.
in 2055?
It's Pocahontas in space.
That's crazy. That makes sense.
Fuck.
But
You're right.
But the comparison with the rainforest today, that is happening. There's a lot of indigenous peoples still. Right now, as modern humans, we are coexisting with hunter-gatherers.
Yeah.
That still exist from centuries ago. They haven't. They're
Been
still
found
out
or-
there,
yeah.
and they're still being found by these companies tearing down the rainforest.
Shit's gnarly as
fucking
fuck,
crazy.
bro.
I
That's
think-
exactly the plot of Avatar
Yeah,
too.
and they're building like cattle farms and coca farms
Oh
out
shit!
there. Like,
Shipping
yeah,
it, I'm guessing, to the U.S.
Yeah.
Damn, bro.
All that for
Export.
Maybe I'm
Hershey
wrong,
bar.
I don't know.
No, that makes sense though.
Damn.
For Hershey
The
bar.
3 G's, God, glory, and gold.
So go back to Avatar.
That's
So
what's
so
That's
so
a good one, Jimmy.
tell us if it's a watch or
Oh,
not.
dude, must see.
Yeah.
All right, must see. Look,
must
look.
It's musty.
I wish I went with my family
You would have cried.
because you like.
You didn't take your nephew?
No, me and Claudia went.
Oh, okay.
So we saw it, and I enjoyed it a lot. She rated it a 7. I rated it an 8.
That's good.
It was like, I was like, rate it wherever you want.
So like,
We always, but every time we walk out of a movie, we legit rate it.
Every time.
yeah, you're supposed to.
Yeah,
No,
me
like,
too.
what would you rate that?
Yeah.
Like, right when we get in the car, it always happens.
You should do it on
Like, what do you
IMDb.
rate that?
See, I want to start seeing movies more to where I can do that.
Dude, I do that. Let's do that. You wanna
Okay.
be-
Judgment to
Wait, do it
motherfuckers.
again. There you go. Let's do it.
Christian, you
Thor's gonna
in,
do it
right?
like on every movie he's seen already. He's like Madagascar's pretty good.
Y'all heard it here, folks. Avatar is a must see.
Yup. And this is not a paid advertisement. They earned it.
James Cameron, thank
Bro,
you.
but going back to that, so correct me if I'm wrong, but in the first movie, he gets his like consciousness teleported to Pandora,
Yes.
right? So when you think about it, it's just
Go-
like the metaverse.
Can you explain
Oh.
that thing?
That's actually.
He was actually physically on Pandora.
Oh, he
he was crippled from the waist down. He was paralyzed, and they transport his consciousness to an avatar.
There you go. Yeah.
He was physically on the planet.
Was
Oh,
Was the
gotcha.
avatar like genetically made, or was it they found an avatar like a guy?
I don't remember.
They found a real one, James.
I don't know if they like cloned it or they like.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
That's kind of like weird if you think about it ethically.
Yeah.
Like if they just poached this guy and uploaded somebody else's
Yeah.
consciousness.
Dude, that's gnarly.
Damn.
But going back to that, that's exactly like that's like metaverse before the metaverse, low key, because
Dang.
his consciousness is in another being,
Mm-hmm.
and it's kind of crazy how what it started to be and what it
Failed.
is now.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So going back to it, like,
How long
say
is
when did that start? Like probably like 20, like during the pandemic. I feel like
a year
Yeah.
ago.
yeah. So during
was
the
that, 20
pandemic, that whole
20,
metaverse shit
2019?
happened. I've always been like sketched out. I hate that shit. That shit's so creepy to me, bro. I've seen enough Black Mirror episodes to know that's like a bad idea.
Oh,
But
definitely.
I don't know. Mark Zuckerberg just creeps me out to begin with. I hate that motherfucker so much. And I don't know. Like, people thought this was going to be the future. Like, they're going to go into this bitch. Like, they had, like, jobs in that shit.
They all losers and beat off on the computer all damn day.
Yeah, for real. Like,
Be connected.
I'll be seeing videos and stuff
crazy.
of them, like at a desk job inside Metaverse. Like, bro, what? Like,
I'm fucked. Why would
Yeah.
you do that?
I mean, think about it. It's kind of like working from home, I guess. But, like,
I saw this
still,
video of like a VR fucking 7-Eleven simulator. That shit's fire. You work at a 7-Eleven. It's crazy. You just fucking like literally have to like sweep and shit. Like
On
fucking
some
like,
mad
just
shit.
literally
like you're working at a fucking 7-Eleven.
So I want to like this begs the question, like, so it started off, it was like such a huge thing, especially because when no one had shit to do during the pandemic. But like now we're in 2022, pandemic's fucking over, everyone's doing whatever the fuck they want in the real world. Metaverse stocks declining like a motherfucker. Like,
Yeah.
it just like didn't work out, and like
You stop doing what you want 2020?
yeah.
Pretty much.
I mean, but I'm saying like the general consensus is people were staying inside, bored as fuck, like, and then Mark Zuckerberg's like, oh, I have this thing, let's drop it.
This is your escape.
Yeah, and then it didn't work out. So do you think that people were like kind of like, oh, this shit's lame as fuck? Like, I don't actually want to be. I want to be in real world, or
Yeah.
that they just didn't project like the sales to go as
Well-
planned. I guess.
Well, I'm pretty sure they're like relying off microtransactions and stuff.
I think so.
Like,
You
if
think
wanna-
so?
I don't know.
Like think like all the games. Like
Well,
all
even the
different
Meta glasses, the Oculus type
Yeah.
deal, I think they're partnered with them, so I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure it's a big deal. But like,
Mm-hmm.
well, what's crazy to me is like I feel like TikTok is probably like, yeah, y'all going down, we up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're the biggest social media out there.
I feel like that.
I think
yeah, they are. They're number one now.
Damn.
As correct me if I'm wrong. I'll
You
put it right here
are
if I'm
number
wrong.
one.
Unless the
Number
government
one.
takes it away.
Number one.
For real.
His eyes.
Yeah. Do y'all remember?
His eyes are the number one.
Do you remember whenever they were trying to ban TikTok?
They still are.
They should've fucking did that.
There's a bill going in right now for it.
Is it because of the Chinese company? Is that why they're like getting? Dude, and we talked about that shit. And I look at you like you know all the answers.
Yeah, because he's up on everything Meta.
For real. But we talked about it last episode, if I'm not mistaken, about like the AI, not AI art. We talked about that for sure, but like there's all these like face recognition fucking like filters and shit.
Why the
like,
fuck would you do that? You
Yeah.
go out there and post that picture of yourself?
like the AI
That's
manga,
sad.
the AI manga thing where you're like, oh, it's like Erickson was doing.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
I was like,
Picture
bro,
here.
picture here. But like, yeah, that shit like just recognizes your face, but like for what though? Like,
Yeah.
like that's the scary part. Is it has your facial features. It has like your information. Like for what? What's up?
You have a driver's license,
I know, but I'm saying this is different than that.
but it's not. Your
What?
face
Not only-
is in a system. They know what your face is.
Not only that, Thor, I was saying crazy shit like this, and then I can't remember who it was. They fucking got my ass. They're like, "You have a phone?" I was like, "Yeah." Like,
No,
you're
yeah.
fucked. I'm like, "What do you mean?" They're like, "You have a phone? You're fucked."
I know,
Like,
I know.
Take pictures
If
of
you
your
really
face.
cared, you wouldn't have a phone.
Why do you care if they're watching? Who cares?
No, it's not that.
What are you
it's
doing, Thor?
like, what the fuck?
Hey, we're breaking the fucking metaverse right now.
Holy shit! Y'all are attacking me.
We're gonna break it. Thor just starts crying.
For real.
TikTok's Chinese parent company, ByteDance, is required by Chinese law to make the app's data available to the Chinese Communist Party, commonly known as the CCP.
Oh fuck.
From the FBI director to FCC commissioners to cybersecurity experts, everyone has made the risk clear of TikTok being used to spy on Americans.
And I heard. Go ahead.
That's been a thing that people have been talking about for years, that they collect the metadata. Also, I saw a thing that like when you read the TikTok user agreement, they can collect the data from every single app on your phone.
Yeah, it doesn't
And
matter.
all of your location data, everything.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter. So
I heard that there's a possibility if you're like a member of Congress, whatever, like a government official,
Not to have
that like there's been like companies saying like don't download this if you work here, and I feel like it's
Which
all,
is TikTok. You're talking about TikTok.
Yeah, TikTok, and I feel like I mean it's clear they're infiltrating.
Yeah.
They're infiltrating big time. This is the biggest spy movie ever. This is the greatest spy movie that's ever been made. Is happening right now, and it's about TikTok.
Yeah.
But
Guess what? I love TikTok.
Me too. What's the end goal? Do you think though? Like what? Why do you want all the information for? Like what's the purpose?
Why
bro,
not,
like-
Thor? To know
Say,
everything about.
say there's one Raytheon employee who has TikTok. What else does he have on his phone? Say
Oh,
there's
shit.
one Northrop Grumman employee that has fucking TikTok. One guy
NASA?
that works at Area S4, which you don't even know about.
Got your ass, Thor. You don't even know shit about S4, bro. We all know about it. God,
That's the one.
I don't know about
I
it.
believe it's
Can you explain
Nellis
it?
Air Force Base.
What is
It's-
S4?
It's basically like Area 51.
Oh,
But,
crap.
but Area 51 is the one all the conspiracy theorists talk about. So they have Area S4.
Hank might as well be on this fucking episode, bro.
I know.
Honestly, they have
Goddamn.
Area S4 to like basically do all the real fucking secretive shit. That's
Damn.
where they have the UFOs and shit.
S4.
Okay.
Where is this at? Do
I
they
think
know?
It's in what is it?
It's behind.
Nevada?
It's behind Area 51.
It's in Nevada.
Okay,
It's part two.
Me and Marshall were talking. I'm about to fuck y'all's head up. Me and Marshall were talking about this earlier this morning. This is like the segment now. Me and Marshall were talking about.
Yeah.
I do this every episode now, but me and him were talking
was
about this thing. It was called Project Bluebeam. Like we're getting real conspiracy right now. We're getting real conspiracy now.
Little pod.
So
There's a pod.
There's a pod.
disclaimer. I don't got all the answers right now, but I have quite a bit.
Thor's
So
on CNN tomorrow.
yeah, for real. I'm dead. God. Okay, so.
Hey, that'd be crazy. Don't do that.
Another podcast was seen last night on.
For real, I'm fucking literally dead with a heart attack gun. All right, anyways, all right. So,
Yeah.
going back to the Area 51, all that shit. So, there's been videos like surfacing, like obviously they could be fucking fake. So, it was like UFO spotted in Nevada, Miami, but like the last couple of days, like around Christmas time, and
Recently.
Yeah, recently.
Uh-huh.
And Marshall was like, "Have you heard of the Project Blue?" And I'm like, "What?" And I knew about it, but I didn't know the name. So it's about like satellites in like orbit and whatnot projecting holograms. Like, projecting holograms like to like incite like fear and like to the moral agenda of it is to like put everyone in like one believe one thing, like one religion. Like, okay, you're gonna see. They can like basically depict the coming of Christ with a satellite, like a hologram, and like scare people and make them like fear mongering. Pretty much is what it is. But like that's what's been happening with these UFOs and shit. Like, so me and Marshall were thinking it was either a really fucking good fake video, a fucking hologram from a satellite, or it's real. Which is the scariest?
What is it?
If it's an actual UFO,
NASA's like, fuck, what is
What
that?
is it though?
we don't. That's what I'm saying. Like what can it be? It's either someone edited a really fucking good video that's believable, or it's a hologram from a satellite.
Look it up.
You can't find the answer, or it's actually an alien. So what is the scariest option?
What if it's China? Let me fuck y'all's head up.
What difference would it make?
But yeah. So the normal eye would be like, okay, well, we're either way, we're fucked no matter what it is.
Dude.
Yeah.
You can only hope they're not first that they don't run fast or fly fast.
I'm pretty sure they do.
They can do both.
And that they're not here to hunt us, right? For
Yeah.
any reason.
Do you like the fucking possibility of it happening? Like knowing it probably one day will happen, and we might not fucking be here. Can you imagine the day that a fucking alien or something comes like down and it's like it lands in New York fucking city, like some crazy shit, like some like it's just lets its nuts hang on the city, and it just fucks everything up, like. Or what if like it comes down and there's like pictures of Biden and them like shaking hands, like
I don't know if we talked about this at work. Wait, Marshall said he saw it on the Theo Von podcast. He was talking with Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Mm-hmm.
He was he was saying he asked Neil deGrasse Tyson like if an alien were to come down, like who would they like send like to like talk to the alien, and then he said like probably like an astrophysicist or something. And Theo Von was like, I was probably thinking like a bad bitch or something.
yeah.
Like typical Theo Von banter.
Yeah.
But yeah, that shit just fucks my head up. Like that shit fucks my head up because like I'm trying to think of what's the worst probability between either like the U.S. government is projecting fake UFOs, or if it's an actual UFO from like a alien life form. Like I don't know which is scarier. Probably the government one, honestly. What do y'all think?
Listen, there's been movies that have came out about like horrific holograms, and for example, in the Amazing Spider-Man 2, there's the villain Mysterio, right? And he puts on an illusion, or what is it?
I brought this up to him today too.
Okay.
The holograms, yeah.
About Mysterio's the villain. He's using drones
yeah.
to conduct, like literally illustrate himself.
A monster.
And the drones are legit shooting him, but he's shooting laser beams and stuff at Spider-Man. But Spider-Man can't see it because the drones are shooting the picture out so good. It's just all camouflaged together. When Spider-Man fights one of these made-up monsters, he starts like hitting it, like actually hitting it. He's realizing he's hitting drones at this point.
Yeah.
Like he starts literally breaking down the villain. Christian.
I wish
I know it's serious. I know it's serious.
serious.
Yeah.
I had to take you serious when you told me the Slipknot story.
Yeah. James said, "Wow, Christian, that's great."
That's great, Christian.
No, I brought that up. I brought that up to him as well, and like that's very well a possibility because like that whole like they're putting it. I hate to be this conspiracy motherfucker this episode, but like they're like putting it like right in our faces type shit, you know, like how we talked about fear mongering with like 9/11 and whatnot in previous episodes and whatnot.
Same thing.
It's like the same thing. They're like putting drones like that. Like, that's very much so happening, especially like with the weather and like all anything is possible, bro. So like I feel like I would never like turn down a conspiracy theory unless it's like super like far fetched, obviously. But this is kind of believable, like in this day and age. Like this shit's very believable.
Yeah.
You know what would also be crazy? Also, instead of an alien invasion, if like Red Dawn really happened, like if Korea.
I think about that all the time, bro.
What if you're just at work one day and the fucking radio just like there's Russians like some crazy shit.
You hear the
China
alarms?
and Russia have invaded New York today. Like some or so like where would they invade? Do you think, Hank? Where would somebody invade the U.S.?
Who like in a country?
Red Dawn 1, Russians.
Yes, like some
Austin,
not
for
Russians,
sure.
but like what we're going through right now with.
Look, let me tell you.
Wouldn't happen.
What if Canada teams up with
It would
them?
never happen.
Hypothetically.
You think local?
Okay.
You think local?
Look at
Let me ask you a question.
Okay, so
Hypothetical.
Red Dawn was interesting because they invaded the mountains,
Yeah.
which is where the U.S. is most sparsely populated.
Yeah.
So that is, but also that's also like where they're pretty much most heavily armed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's weird. It wouldn't happen. That's why I'm saying. There was a Japanese general in World War II.
A wise man.
He was quoted. It went something like,
Man, scoot up. Might as well fucking.
Anyway, keep
it's-
going, keep
go,
going.
go, go.
It's fine. It's fine. He was quoted as pretty much saying, "It is impossible to invade America because there will be a rifle behind every blade of grass."
Oh wow.
Okay.
So there's millions
It's
of
the
grass.
Second Amendment. That's what
Dude,
the
also-
Second Amendment
Yep.
is here for.
Low key.
A militia to protect against foreign invaders.
The Warriors.
I was like, we're pretty safe because, like, bro, motherfuckers in New Braunfels are strapped up and they're ready for shit like that. They got every motherfucker out there with like a
They got
army
the
truck.
babies
They got their
carrying
shit right there. They got them M16, bro. They're fucking ready for this shit. They
One
are
last
ready
thing.
for that.
Okay.
It was an Immortal Technique song. He was talking about how if China invaded Harlem, it would be warfare in the streets. Like it wouldn't be people fighting for America or for the flag or nothing. It would be fighting for each other.
Yeah.
Your neighbor, your family. It doesn't all
Yeah.
that bullshit goes out the window. as
I would
soon
fight.
as- Yeah.
Throw one of the cats at him.
What am I gonna do? Like what?
Yeah.
Like
Throw the type.
He
to,
said what?
Throw the type to jump on a grenade.
What about Korea?
Yeah.
What if it was fucking South Korea? Or
why
North
would
Korea?
South Korea?
North
Yeah,
Korea.
North
I
Korea.
don't think it matters. I think it's still gonna be the same plan of attack.
I think so.
They're a little bit more strapped up though.
China's literally like
Korea?
3 times more populated than them though.
But North Korea's like.
Oh, we're
the
saying
one
Russia.
that's
Sorry.
scared of.
Anyway.
But all I'm saying is, if you're chilling outside, you're smoking a joint, and all of a sudden you start seeing men falling in parachute, like
Yeah.
when you
Like
feel-
Red Dawn.
Then you call your brother to tell him to get his gun. You're like, let's shoot at him. He's just
So-
fucking.
Let me ask y'all this: if motherfuckers started falling from the sky, everybody was getting shot at. Where's the first place y'all are going?
I'm going underneath the ground.
Where's
I'm going
your
to-
end goal? Where
I'm
are you
going to
trying
Bob
get to?
Moses.
I'm gonna try to find a safe place.
I'll probably go to my fucking storage unit and just sleep in
you're
there.
asking me where I would go.
I'm going to my job. I ain't gonna lie.
My job or probably like just the whole upstairs of my house and yeah.
You mean just push a shelf against your door and
And
hope
pray for the best.
Hope for the best.
Well, like you gotta think the invaders would literally come to your door. Like that's the scary part.
Yeah, they do a lot more than that, boy.
And they're gonna come. They ain't gonna knock, Christian. They're gonna bust through. They're gonna bust through, Christian. And what's like crazy to me is like, man, like, do you have that Wolverine in you, Christian?
Yeah,
If
yeah.
3 grown ass men are in your house trying to break in.
The other day-
Christian, they're like some Germans. And dude, you got your mom and your sister. You gotta protect them, Christian.
James, I'm
From
ready.
3 Germans, Christian.
3?
I'm pretty ready because the other day I was sitting in my room and I heard something and I know I was the only person there. I could have sworn I heard like clear as day my front door open and like I heard footsteps and I was like, oh, what the fuck? And so I go downstairs and I have a fucking axe in my room, James. I have a little fucking throwing axe and I grabbed that shit and it was like, I'm gonna be real with y'all gonna laugh y'all's asses off. I bought it for somebody for Christmas. My first instinct was just to rip that shit open and like go downstairs with it so they didn't get it. So anyway, I opened that shit and I was like, what
It was
the
on my
fuck?
present.
Nah, I'll give it to you. You want it? I go down there and I'm like, hey, and I'm like making noises and shit and I have my fucking axe and I went to like, dude, but nobody was down there and I thought like, I could have sworn, bro, like clear as day I heard somebody come in.
You would throw your kettlebell out of his head.
For real, it's fucking 45, like a cartoon. Boom.
It squishes it like Tom and Jerry.
That boy got a soft skull like a baby.
Ah, shit.
Bro, his teeth are like piano.
For real, dude. I think if I think it'd be scarier if North Koreans fucking invaded us,
Like,
bro.
I'm the type, like,
I'm the type.
you're gonna have to invade my house.
Imagine the line at Whataburger.
Honestly, probably China because they got more soldiers. At the end of the day,
It don't even matter.
But like,
It don't even matter.
I feel
Cause
like
I got your back.
thank you, James.
I feel like maybe other states
what has your
it'll be in like in state of emergency.
Oregon's
but-
dead, bro. That's it.
But
They
in
dying.
Texas, it'll be like a normal day, except this time everyone's going with their guns out.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
And it's like, oh, hey, if you go to Walmart, you fucking see a Russian. Like, it's like, hey, fucking Russian.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like Texas would be just fine, but like Oregon, like they were like, oh, I can't get my coffee today. I'm dead.
Can you imagine how
dead,
crazy
man.
California would be?
For real, California, they just all jump off the Golden Gate Bridge,
For
bro.
real.
That's the spot. That's where you invade.
Really?
They have no guns,
Yeah.
right? Very
Yeah.
little.
Fucking
San Diego.
North California.
Yeah.
Fuck.
North California.
They take
Fuck
over.
LA, dude.
Hypothetically,
I
of
heard
course,
that, like,
guys.
when North Korea is like hit list.
I'm not saying
I heard-
to
I
invade
heard-
California. What I'm saying is, if you
I-
were to do
hey,
it, do
Chris-
it from the north.
Yeah, that was going right. It was San Diego, New York City, Austin, DC, and Vegas.
Oh, the list, right?
Like there was a capital list.
Yeah, somebody said that there was like.
We're on the list to get nukes. Let me tell you why.
We did it.
Why?
Why?
You got 3 of the largest military bases in the world, and we're in the middle of all of them.
Damn.
There's
And
Lackland
Elon's
Air
here.
Force Base in San Antonio, Randolph Air Force Base in San Antonio, and Fort Hood and Killeen.
Damn it, Lockhart.
And
So,
also,
they-
Elon's
It
here.
would have hit the ant pile. Is what you're telling me.
Yeah.
What the?
I have a question.
Go ahead.
So, do you think like if a bomb were to hit Yellowstone, that shit would erupt?
No.
Does that work? Does it not work like
It's
that?
too thick, bro. It's too thick.
Yeah.
What about a nuclear bomb?
I mean,
My brother fears that heavily. He talks about it every once in a while.
By Yellowstone?
No, he fears the hearing the nuke alarm. Like,
Well,
Where would you hear that at? I
wanna
don't see any
tell
alarms
y'all
anywhere.
this.
Okay, go ahead.
When a nuke hits,
Talk closer. I wish we could hear.
yeah,
It's crazy how much light I forgot the right word for it, but basically light is so hot when it goes off, it just engulfs everything there is.
Really?
And if you're like, there's literally people's shadows like burned onto like walls.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
just from
I have
like
seen that.
the impact. I mean, I don't like. I just know it's really fucking hot.
Pompeii.
It's like throwing like, what is it, like a sun on the earth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
It's a good episode to sit in on, guys.
For
I
real.
hope you don't mind.
Yeah.
Dude, my balls are
I don't
so
know when
big.
it was. It might have been World War II or in the nuclear era. They were doing testing, or it might have been like an actual one of the 2 times we actually dropped it on somebody.
Uh-huh.
But it was like one of the flight crew for one of the nuclear bombers, and I think they were like just taking pictures of what
Okay.
of like from an aircraft. And this guy, like, he dropped his goggles or some shit, and it was about to go off. So he just, like, out of instinct, just covered his eyes like this, and he said he could see his bones through his fingers and his
What the
eyelids
fuck?
as the nuke went off. So,
Holy shit.
yeah,
X-ray is.
yeah,
That's fucking gnarly, bro.
It's fucking that bright.
yeah, dude.
They all died of cancer, right? Most of them, they all died of
Yeah.
cancer. That's
It's all right. I did a.
Oh, I got something to bring up.
What was that one country that got nuked? Unfortunately,
Japan.
Yeah,
There's the other-
unfortunately.
there's another name.
Hiroshima?
Oh, the Hiroshima,
Hiroshima.
and Nagasaki.
There you go. I did a
The-
project
the
on that,
cities.
and I went into detail, bro. Like I got all the pictures.
Uh-huh.
All the
Bro,
Google's
like,
images.
the amount of like kids born with like birth defects, like
Uh-huh.
I'm talking like 4-eyed children, like all that jazz, bro. It was sad.
All the jazz.
It was so sad, bro, because this is like the birth defects of an attack that happened to this woman when she was younger, or maybe 2 years ago, and that's what they had to deal with, bro. Like that's how powerful it is.
Chernobyl, too.
Isn't
Chernobyl's bad.
Isn't it considered? Oh, it is radiation. It's radiation to the max. My bad.
Yeah. I wanted to bring up something crazy,
Well,
though.
so wait, you might know this one.
Yeah.
Say if I'm exposed to a nuke, I can get y'all sick, right? Because how much radiation is on me?
I don't think so. I don't think it works like that.
Damn.
I don't think.
He crushed his dreams.
Damn.
He wanted to get us sick.
I don't think it's contagious.
I don't know. I saw an episode of House.
But I mean, like, sorry, Luis. After the Fukushima,
Yeah.
incident
Uh-huh.
in Japan, a lot of radiation got into the Pacific Ocean, and not only that, but there's a lot of mercury in fish too. But radiation from fish is a real thing.
And
Yeah.
Like
I saw
consuming
Halibut.
irradiated.
I saw
Halibut.
this. I saw this thing about what is it? Agent Orange, right? The shit that was
Yeah,
being sprayed.
dude, that shit's crazy.
They finally found something that can eat away at the toxin or the radiation, whatever the fuck. And so we're over there doing that right now. We have like
good.
like people set up in jungles and stuff, digging up the dirt and testing it, and then like putting that stuff on there and like mixing it up and then putting more of that stuff. They're saying that it's gonna take, I think it was like 15 years, something like that, for it to go away, and that's like better than nothing.
Chernobyl's like they still got hundreds of years.
At best, dude. You're talking.
Well, they're
about
saying that
a
it's actually
crazy
doing it though.
Can someone explain what Agent Orange is? I know what it is.
They have
but
like a
for the-
map I saw of like where it was all used, and like they're in those areas, and like
Hold on.
Dude, so many thousands.
For the people that don't know what
of
Agent Orange is, Thor's gonna explain.
Hank can explain it. He can do it way better than I could.
So Monsanto, the company that
Good old
that
Monsanto.
grows your food,
Yep.
they
Fuck,
created
everybody's so
a
mad about this.
defoliant
Fuck.
chemical. I don't know when it was invented, but it was widely used in the Vietnam War to clear out jungle so that basically enemy Vietnamese couldn't hide from us.
Yeah.
And
They're really good at that.
yeah, they were real good at that.
Until they weren't.
It didn't really stop them either, but it causes birth defects in that country to this day, and in this country among veterans of the Vietnam War.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a nasty defoliant chemical, and they dropped thousands and thousands of tons of the shit.
Was it like powder?
No, it was a
gel,
liquid.
right?
It was a
was it
liquid.
kind of sticky.
No, you're thinking of napalm.
Napalm. There you go.
Dude,
But yeah, it's fucking horrible.
I knew a guy. Well, I didn't know him, but like I know of him. But he passed from Agent Orange and like caused him like I guess cancer. Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
But you literally like it just made you that sick, bro. Like no one knew, no one knew.
Well, the
what
U.S.
happened.
government knew anyway.
Like imagine if you found out the printing ink on shipping labels, Christian,
Mm-hmm.
and then you 60 and you're like, oh man, I'm finally about to retire, and then you got the Amazon, you got the Amazon
tumors on my hands.
fuzz or
Crazy
whatever
shit, yeah.
on you.
It's like some Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
you say? You're gonna bring up the house thing, radiation?
Oh yeah, there was an episode of House where this kid kept on like fucking dying, and
He kept on dying.
yeah, and House kept on bringing him back to life.
Oh, okay.
Pretty standard episode.
Yeah.
And they found turns out that he had like this necklace or something that was like a cross, or it was radiation. It was made out of like some radioactive thing that was making him sick.
Fuck.
So immediately when that turned into the plot, they like isolated him when it's called a clean room, and then people had to like be careful getting in and out of him. So I don't know if maybe that like referencing that you could get sick.
I mean, that's like I'm sure that's 100% accurate too, though. Like I'm sure they had to do that.
So, have you ever heard like there's someone said or I read up on it, and it reminded me of all the stuff we're talking about. Supposedly,
Talk
closer.
supposedly like a tablespoon of a meteor or
Mercury.
or a star would weigh like over 1,000 pounds, like a tablespoon.
Yeah.
Wait,
Y'all ever
what?
think?
Way more than that.
What,
You said a
what am I
meteor?
talking about?
Yeah, like a tablespoon of a star.
Of a star.
It's so dense and
Like,
compact.
can you
Yeah.
imagine that? Like
crazy.
I could match that.
this
bro.
little thing, boink, breaks my hand.
Yeah. I wanted to bring up something crazy before we get off the topic of radiation and bombs and shit.
Right.
Did you hear that Christopher Nolan is detonating a live nuclear bomb for one of his movies coming up?
Yeah.
That
What the fuck?
Who?
What movie?
Christopher Nolan. It's called
Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
So what?
Isn't that already like almost about to hit theaters? Did he
Yeah.
not already do it then?
I'm not sure, but
It's the movie Thor. It's about to come out. soon.
It's he probably already.
I know, but like that's like so he's a guy who's like strongly against CGI.
Yeah,
tight,
yeah.
bro.
He's all practical effects.
So he made Interstellar. They went to like some Arctic part for a scene or whatnot, and then Inception they created an entire room for like the morphing like hallways and shit like that. And I'm looking at all the movies he's made. Like yeah, he's strongly against like
jazz and all that.
yeah all the CGI and all that.
You don't
Dark Knight
like-
Rises they blew up real cars and shit like
You don't like Princess and the Frog.
yeah.
know-
That's fucking gnarly. That he blew up an actual nuclear bomb for a film.
We gotta make the frog talk for
The
real.
whole practical effects thing kind of bit him in the ass for Dunkirk.
I've never seen it.
When I watched that movie, well, historically there was like 100,000 soldiers on that beach, and when you
Was
watch
it Normandy?
no, it's Dunkirk.
Oh, I don't know.
There's literally what, like only like 50 soldiers.
Yeah, dude, there's like maybe like a couple hundred people
It's about
shown.
Normandy, right?
It's Dunkirk.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
It was right after Germany invaded France. They pretty much surprised the fuck out of everybody. France was ready for a repeat of World War I, and Germany was like, fuck that, we're like pushing through.
Yeah.
And so they like, it was fucked up, dude. France already had all these trenches and shit, and Germany just like rolled right past
Yeah,
all
they're
of
like
it.
coming in the tide, right?
Yeah, and so they cut everybody off, encircled France and the British soldiers that were there, and pushed them all back to Dunkirk. And
Damn.
kicked them off of Europe, essentially.
Wait, so why did it bite him in the ass though?
Well, because like I said, there was like 100,000 men on that beach
He could've-
trying to get off of literally Europe
Yeah.
to go back to England,
Oh, fuck.
and there was literally like 2,000 people in the shot, maybe.
I mean, come on, bro, give him a fucking break.
Oh no, but like, dude, no.
Give him a fucking break.
I can give him a break, but it just looks barren. It looks empty.
Oh, okay.
And if he could have just used CGI to
Could've
put
got
a
some more extras.
fuckload of
Oh, so he didn't use CGI at all because he's against CGI. That makes sense.
exactly.
He could have went to Home Depot with a U-Haul. And
It
got
was all
the
real
extra-
extras. Like I give him credit
Dressed up
for
like
having that many
French
extras.
people.
Woo, but he like
The fuck is
When
wrong with you?
when he did Two
Luis is
Face.
possessed.
oh yeah,
You remember
was,
that?
Yeah,
that was like the CGI as fuck.
That wasn't CGI.
that
that
was
was
all
fucking
makeup,
makeup.
Two Face.
Yes.
CGI, bro.
No, it was
Yes,
not.
it was on everything, bro.
no, it wasn't.
You think that was real?
Yeah, that was makeup, bro.
Let me see.
I promise you it wasn't.
Bro, they're
I
real
don't even
good
know what the
at makeup.
fuck we're talking about.
Chris,
Dark Knight Rises.
Dark Knight Rises.
Dark Knight.
Anyway.
Two Face CGI or not?
Face. CGI. Sorry, I put music right here.
Oppenheimer
We're about to
comes out
fucking-
the same day as Barbie. I'm excited for Barbie as well.
So, oh fuck. So it's both. It's makeup and CGI.
Okay.
So never mind. So we're both wrong. I mean,
Yes.
right. Wait, what? Yeah. So that.
Sorry for getting so defensive.
No, I understand.
So it's a crazy like divisive crowd with like people who love like CGI and love how far technology's come, and then there's Christopher Nolan who fucking hates that shit and wants to blow up real shit and wants to shoot real planes down and
respect
shit.
it.
Like that's
I
fucking
respect
crazy
the
as
fuck
fuck.
out of it.
Like, but people are thinking that like he's fucking batshit crazy. I mean, he kind of is, but like it's kind of cool at the same time. You know what I mean? I can appreciate that.
It's old school.
Yeah.
It's a callback to guys like Stanley Kubrick, who in like 2001 y'all were talking about earlier. He did some crazy fucking shit, and they didn't have CGI. What the
When
hell
did that come out in the 80s or 90s?
60s, bro.
Wait, what?
2000.
Are you
Space Odyssey,
serious?
right? Yeah, that's why everybody was saying that they think he faked the moon landing because it was that good.
It came out before the moon landing.
Yeah, it came out before the fucking moon landing. That shit looks so real.
Yeah, and don't they fly past the moon? And the
Yeah,
moon
they show.
too?
Yeah, that's why. That's
Or
why
they
at
go
the-
to the moon.
in the beginning, it's in the beginning, it's all these space shots, and I remember watching it and thinking like, he did that shit. He definitely did that shit, and then I fell asleep.
Is that not a conspiracy theory?
What
Yes,
year
it
did it
is.
come out?
I want to
Right
say
here.
like 64.
Yeah.
And then there's
It's
people,
called
and then there's
2001?
people saying that,
I thought they redid.
and then there's like theories saying that the what's that movie, Jack Nicholson,
The Shining.
The Shining,
he
is about
puts-
him going crazy. And there's a scene, I think it's the little boy, he has like a space NASA patch
yeah,
on his
yeah, I
jacket
did
or some
see
shit,
that.
and they're saying like it's him saying like, this is me going crazy. Like
Wait, what?
they said that he felt like he was going crazy because he had to like lie about
Jack
fucking
Nicholson.
No, fucking.
Yeah,
The
Jack
guy who directed The Shining.
Okay.
He also made.
I feel like I'm talking about drunk
2000
uncle. Jack
also
Nicholson
made
went to the moon.
Yes,
What?
if I'm not mistaken, right?
So, what about The Shining?
What did you say?
What
What
about
fake
The
shit
Shining?
did you just say?
Stanley Kubrick also made The Shining.
That's what I just said.
Yes.
What else did he do?
2001: Space Odyssey. You fuck.
Okay, I know, but what did you say about
He's saying that the movie is about him.
Oh,
The director, the person who made that
Going
movie,
crazy.
There's theories about the guy who made that movie apparently helped with the moon landing.
Fake
and-
it.
Yeah, fake the moon landing.
The
So
Shining has hints to him
Going
it's,
crazy.
It's basically like him putting hints that he did it.
Yeah,
What?
which is entirely
You're
possible.
confusing him with the going crazy part.
I thought you were talking
Yeah,
about,
my
I thought you
bad.
said Jack Nicholson portrayed him in one of his movies. I was like, what?
No.
What?
this reminds me of fucking what's that movie? The campaign. Whenever he's talking about his two dogs, he's looking at him and he's like, what? And I'm like, what? And we're like, what?
Bro, NASA's fucking scary as fuck, bro. Like I don't know. I don't trust like anything what they say. Like I want to believe that there's beautiful stars and planets and whatnot, but like at this day and age, I'm not. It's not too It's not practical for me anymore.
Why,
Like
why would they? What what purpose do they have to lie to you about?
Not saying that it's all fake, but like I don't like it's exaggerated maybe
You're
or
not
like.
answering my question.
Bro, everyone's attacking me this episode.
No, like
Motherfucker.
seriously, what reason do they have to lie about there being?
I mean, they can say
historical
anything.
events?
Like, who knows, like, what's like actually out there and what's not?
What reason do they have to say anything?
Control, power.
Really? Because they're not even government funded.
They're not government funded.
No.
Nothing happens from them saying there's a planet.
They're
out
Nazi
there.
funded.
Oh,
Did I say
Oh, see, we can go into that.
that? Yeah, did I say
I
that?
guess we can go into
I
that.
did.
Fuck, dude,
I
this
did
is
say
a
that.
fucking
This is such a
pod.
crazy
God
ass
damn,
pod,
I
bro.
wanted to try to steer it away, but I was like, bro, Hank already sat down. Bro,
I'm
we in it.
sorry.
We
Once
in
Hank
it.
sits down,
No, we in it. We in it. No,
2-hour pod.
we in it. Let's go.
Maybe funding isn't the right word. Funded by you, or your grandparents, back in the day after World War II.
Uh-huh.
Operation Paperclip.
Paperclip, yeah, exactly.
Do you want
I
to
know all about
introduce
that.
the topic?
Shout out JRE. You know, that's where I found out about it.
What's
Oh.
the paper project paperclip?
Okay. So Hank will interject if I get anything wrong. I don't know everything, of
Go
course,
ahead.
but I know a lot of it. So after World War II happened, there's obviously some smart ass Nazi scientists, right? That the U.S. wants control over, custody over, if you will,
And Russia.
and Russia.
Yes, I know this. Yes.
Yeah.
I now remember what we're talking about.
Yeah. And so, so this is obviously NASA wasn't formed yet, right? So,
It was NACA back then.
Yep.
so anyways,
Continent, right?
I don't remember.
yeah, right here. Anyways, so World War II ended. They capture a whole bunch of Nazi scientists. They're all smart as fuck. This is literally the plot of like Call of Duty.
They're like, do your timetables, and they do them.
Well, because the Nazi scientists had two choices. You either get hanged at the Nuremberg trials, or you come build rockets for us and get us to the moon.
Yep. And there's speculation that that Russia and Germany have been to the moon before we have even like thought about it, type shit. You know what I mean? And so Operation Paperclip came about because those Nazi scientists decided they wanted to work for the U.S. government as opposed to dying, obviously. And so Warner von Braun, I think he was like the head of the table type shit. He was like real Roman Reigns vibes of that shit. You know what I mean?
We the one.
Yeah, he said we the ones, and so
Y'all the twos.
and so he was the guy that like pretty much like made the rockets for us to go to the moon, so to speak, and among other things. Like they made a whole bunch of other things like particle accelerators and like dealing with atoms and antimatter and all that shit. And it's just very fucking crazy. And like it's public knowledge. Like was it CIA documents? Is that what it is?
Yeah, they got released in the years
Yeah.
following. But
So it's true. There's like it's not even a theory anymore. It's like fact because it's been publicly documented by our government itself.
in like feudal Germany, like from the late 1800s to like the early 1900s, fencing was popular, and and in Germany, it was like a sign of like. It was like a trophy to have a dueling scar on your face. Like you would be horribly disfigured from fencing. And you can look up old NASA employee pictures. A lot of guys with them old Russian or German dueling scars.
So I'm gonna add to it. What they would do is, so since they have the dueling scar, they would use I think horsehair or something like that to agitate it and make it more of a like gruesome scar, like to flex.
Right.
So it wouldn't be as bad as they would think, because they would fuck it up more and sew it up and like make it a fucking scar, like more of a scar, to know that they were like a Nazi, like part of the Nazi party who was in the fencing duels and shit. And so a lot of these, it's crazy.
It's a badge of honor amongst them.
Yeah. So I think it's kind of pussy that you'd want to agitate it more to make it look more big of a deal than it is, you know. But that's like their intimidation. They wanted to look more intimidating than you know what I mean.
They did it to themselves.
Yes, they did to themselves.
So they chose this, And it's not like they were afraid of this. They wanted this. Like I said, it's like a badge of honor for them.
Yeah, I heard this is fake, or I don't know if it's fake or not. I'm just gonna fucking say it. I don't know if it was the U.S. or if it was Germany. You can probably tell me. Somebody was gonna drop something on either side. Like Germany's gonna drop something here, or we were gonna drop something over there. And I heard that it was like a shipment of condoms, and they were gonna say like small, and they were gonna be like Magnum huge condoms.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait, this is like
Yeah.
like
That's
Like just scare the
man,
people. Like
I'm
they're
about
like,
to-
oh my god, these
A
Russians
psyop.
dropped. Yeah, like
Yeah.
they got big old.
I'm about to
Yeah.
put y'all in some crazy wormhole.
Okay, go ahead.
Cuban Missile Crisis.
Okay, what about
Pretty
it?
crazy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Hey,
it's crazy.
hey, elaborate.
Okay,
Alright.
but yeah, I would argue that like right now, today, we are closer to nuclear war almost
Then back then.
than back then.
For real.
Yeah.
Because Cuba was about to shoot us at Miami, right?
So yeah, that was like the big fear. Russia had placed nuclear missiles in Cuba without us knowing, and with the U-2 spy plane program, we found out, and basically it was like a big debacle. We had the whole Navy blockade Cuba. There was like Russian ships and U.S. ships staring each other down. Fucking President Kennedy and Premier Gorbachev in Russia were fucking on the phone 24/7, duking it out. Like
Damn.
crazy shit was going on, and there was also
So crazy.
there was a story of a Russian submarine that lost all contact with everybody in the middle of all this, and they figured that the war had started and a nuclear exchange had already happened, and they were about to release all of their missiles on the U.S. when the first lieutenant talked his captain out of it, told him to put the keys away. Yeah.
So it would have been way worse than it.
Because typically, in I think this is like internationally, for to launch a nuclear missile, you need two people to turn a key at the exact same time.
Yeah.
And they're like, they put the keys to where they're like more than a wingspan apart.
Oh, so it isn't someone just doing fuck it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, dude, that's crazy.
Roman Reigns.
You
For
need
real.
two people.
Roman Reigns type shit.
Going back to like the fucking like the Nazis and Operation Paperclip and shit like that. There's another theory that I wanted to poke y'all's brains about. I know a lot. So there's this big old thing about like what's like actually in Antarctica. So
talked about this.
yeah, I don't think we talked about it good because I feel like I fucked it up last time I did. That was like episode 3 or something.
ahead,
You
go
know what I
ahead,
mean?
go ahead.
But like, so you got another one of those down there?
Yeah, you need it?
Yes, please. Please. We're about to get in. All right. So
Love my friends.
Yep. Chug.
So, Antarctica is like this big old mystery because like, obviously it's cold as fuck. No one, like we can't go there. You know what I mean? It's fucking damn near impossible.
Maybe
Yes, you
someday.
can.
What?
God.
There's
Maybe someday.
scientists
You can
scientists
vacation
Oh, really?
I can't talk on this podcast. There's scientists permanently based there.
Yes, but I'm saying James, Louise, Christian, and Thor.
Oh yeah, we can't.
Yeah, that's what I'm fucking saying. Dude,
We can't afford to go.
that's what I'm saying. Anyways,
Be realistic.
It's only
so going back to like 1920s or 30s or whatever, there's this guy named Admiral Byrd. Shout out that man's. He I guess he went missing, like some Amelia Earhart shit or whatever. But rumor has it that after World War II, the Nazi scientists, the ones that built us the rockets and whatnot, have also discovered the science to the center of the Earth. Have you seen Journey to the Center of the Earth? Another callback to like, it's like right in our faces type shit. Like there's like another like not dimension, but like another like world within ours. It's called Agartha or whatever. I think that's like the name that they coined it. But yeah, so apparently like the Nazis are hiding in Argentina and in the center of the Earth in Antarctica. And there's like a big old ice wall that if you go over, it's an entirely different world of like utopia type shit. That's what people try to like think it is.
Does this involve like the flat Earth shit?
It could, yeah. I mean, it ties in a little bit.
I don't know about the whole center of the earth paradise utopia shit, but the Antarctica thing, maybe a underground base could hold water. That would make sense.
Yeah.
Since we know for a fact a lot of them fled to Argentina. We were talking about before we started. I don't know if y'all said that there's entire German cities in Argentina.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, that was
But-
before pod. That's pre-pod.
Yeah.
But sorry, excuse me.
I'm just like, what the fuck?
Is your mind being blown right now
you
or
gotta
what?
say
What
right
happened?
It's just, I live really rationally, so these things just sound outrageous to me. So,
They are.
They are, but it's so outrageous it may be true.
I feel like that always helps. Like I love sounding like a crazy motherfucker, but like I feel like it always helps the
Elaborate.
the people who are conspiring for the average guy to say, "Oh, that just sounds like crazy shit."
Yeah.
Like that plays in their favor if this is all true.
Yeah.
but if it is true, so far it's not fucking bothering me in a bit, and like it's not making any difference in my life. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean that also helps in their
They're
favor.
just-
Yeah.
But do you ever think?
Really, it's just a lot of fun
You
to
ever-
just
to
speculate
pick
with
brains.
the bros.
Yeah.
But sometimes, like, I think a lot of conspiracists are actually people standing for injustice.
But like, okay, so realistically, like we could talk about all this all fucking day, but like, what the fuck am I gonna do about it?
Here's what sucks about it,
shit.
because what you just said,
Yeah.
that's true. And what really fucking sucks is there is a lot of real life injustice that you do not need to dig deep
Yeah.
to find anything. Like there is people starving on the
I
streets.
can walk down the street and find
There is
injustice.
people-
Sold.
There is people being sold. There is
Sold,
people
bro.
overdosing fucking next door.
Literally.
There,
Literally.
you know, you
Yeah.
do not need to
Literally.
dig deep and find some kind of crazy,
Yeah.
shady government shit to go make some change and improve your fucking
Yeah.
community, bro.
So people are thinking at a higher level without looking that close to home.
Exactly.
Is what you're
bro.
saying.
They're trying to take it too far and fantasize about all this shit that could be going on, but bro, there's shit going on right in front of your fucking
Right.
face.
Yeah.
Run for
And you
president.
just
What's
look
up?
right past it to do all this shit.
SBF, like the FTX shit, that like
ATM?
FTX, like that dude is
Oh, okay.
literally just straight chilling right now.
What happened? I don't really know a lot about
Dude,
that.
I can explain it to you, but I feel like I need a whiteboard. Like it.
Try your best.
Okay.
He's a scammer. He scammed.
Okay. So he pretty much is, okay. So
This is such a good ass podcast.
this
I
guy
fucking love this
started.
shit.
This is actually happening. Back to Hank's point that this is like for real is happening. So this fucker Sam Brinkman-Fry, whatever how you say his dumbass name, this is called SBF. So he created this company called FTX, which is a crypto exchange. In simple terms, it's a bank. It's a crypto bank. You put in money, it gives you tokens, whatever.
Uh-huh.
And it created that crypto exchange where you can use other popular cryptos. That went on for a while, and this motherfucker made hella money. Like he straight up made like billions. So much, in fact, that he
Jay-Z
created
money.
this other company called Alameda Research. Now, supposedly, this company was a completely different thing than FTX. However, Alameda Research would like do research on good loans and shit to give out. So they said.
So was it like laundering one company into another type
Exactly.
shit? Okay.
So by the time that their taxes were seen and looked at, the majority of their actual liquid money was in FTX coin.
Sad.
So meaning that they took out the real money, used it against bad bets and really bad loans, and gave it away to a shit ton of really good organizations, right? Some philanthropy, but at the end of the day, that money wasn't being recycled within its system, so it never built anything. So now there's like there's so much money gone.
So everyone who's
Lost.
invested in it like got fucked, is what
Yeah,
you're saying.
You could not withdraw any money. Yeah, so no
like
real
a-
money, no real
Like an
money.
Enron bubble.
This
Yeah.
isn't that Forex shit, is it?
Yeah, that's
So
exactly.
it was.
I think that's what it is.
How much was
Forex?
it? 10 billion. Yeah, 10 billion. So, anyways, this motherfucker,
Anyway.
Rebuttal.
dipped to the Bahamas because in the Bahamas there's like different tax laws, and eventually the government got his ass.
In the Bahamas?
That's
Yeah.
where they have all their fucking offshore accounts and shit.
Oh, wow.
But his
They're in like
parents,
Switzerland, I think.
his parents like must have sucked some lawyer's dick or something, and they were like, yeah, so we're gonna put up our house, which is worth 250 million, or something like that. Yeah, and we're gonna use it to post his bail. So they post his bail. So right now, that dude, like maybe a few hours ago, he was just chilling in a hotel lobby. I just stole $10 billion from people all around the world, just chilling.
Gnarly.
He said that?
No, like somebody saw him just chilling, like at the
Oh.
mall, like something like that. It was just fucking.
He's
sick
already
memory.
out.
Some real Dr. Evil shit, bro. When you think about it.
But mind you,
Supervillain?
the CEO of the other company
Uh-huh.
that was laundering the money,
Yeah.
Carolyn, bitched out like that. I mean, this bitch.
She sang to the cops?
Dude, she snitched straight up. She's like,
She's
I'm
6'9"?
guilty. I did that shit. And if you look at a picture of her, she kind of looks like Bugs Bunny. And
Yeah.
anyways, yeah, that's pretty much what happened after.
That was a really good summary, bro. That was fantastic.
Yeah, no, you were like, I need a whiteboard, but you
nailed
up
it.
pretty
What
well.
were you gonna say about it?
So it's FTX.
Yeah.
I think it's
Have you heard
4x
of-
though.
Is it Forex?
I think it's the same
I
thing.
don't know if it's for it. I think it's different.
But I've heard of-
another currency
Yeah, but
exchange.
Forex. I could have sworn.
Man.
Isn't Forex that shit that they be getting like? I'm sorry to say, but like low income people to like, this is our new
That's
crypto
what all
shit.
the fucking
Am I
high
wrong?
school seniors do and think they're.
Yeah.
Am I wrong? Is that not what it is?
Entrepreneur.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay, because I saw a video on YouTube where like some guy went to one of those like meetings that they do, and he sat there and like took notes and everything, and then like at the end of it tried to explain to them, like he was asking questions to the people like that were putting on the presentation, basically kind of just straight up saying like, you're doing a pyramid scheme, but he wasn't saying that. He was asking questions and like all the answers were clearly it's a
They
pyramid
were
scheme.
exposing the
Yeah,
pyramid
and then
scheme.
they like within halfway through his questions, they're like, okay, you know what, we're gonna ask you to leave. And like of course 3 security guards come in, like they fucking make the guy leave. Yeah, like
Yeah.
Bro, pyramid schemes are.
and that's the sorry, but not to cut you off, but like Hank said, that's the shit that people be DMing you about. Like, hey, bro, what you doing? Like, you got $300. Like, you
you
want
trying to turn
invest that shit? Like,
$300 to 10 million?
yeah, and it's somebody, and it's weird because
Yeah,
it's like
bro.
somebody you know. You're like, what the fuck? You're like,
Like you fell for this dumb shit, bro.
So like those pyramid schemes are fucked, bro. Like during the pandemic, that got a lot of motherfuckers,
dude,
bro. I remember.
I'm sorry, but I remember seeing that shit.
Dumb
People
ass
being like,
motherfuckers.
I need somebody, blah blah blah. I'm about to get 800 if I can get somebody else, and I'm like,
Y'all scared to make money.
Yeah,
that's
scared to make
no,
money,
but they literally
sad.
like show the wheel like of what a pyramid scheme is. They're like, if I get so many people under me, I get pushed up, and I'm like, that's literally a fucking.
Going back-
They took the pyramid and like fucking distorted it
Yes,
a little bit.
for real, yeah.
Yeah.
Going back to like the catalogs and like the world's finest when you were selling like those chocolates as a child, like if I get this amount of people to give me money, then that means I can get me an RC car.
If I sell this many
Yeah.
white ties, I'm gonna go on the
I gotta-
fucking field trip.
I got a Chinese finger trap.
I got a Chinese speaker trap. I got me a little mini accordion.
Play a song.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie though, they had me hype as hell to go sell some shit for them.
Really?
For real, bro. My mom would take it to work and do it all for me,
I
bro.
remember the
No,
one
that's
thing
the
that give me
most
like
genius shit ever. That's gotta be the mob had to have come up with that.
the
You tell me they didn't come up with that. They're like, this is foolproof. We get the children. They go out there with the candy. They bring us back the money. What are
You
they
see,
gonna
it
do?
works perfectly. Child labor. I
I'm
love
not
it.
gonna buy a fucking candy bar from a kid. What the fuck?
What you gonna say?
I remember the one toy that I was like hype as fuck about. Whenever they'd show it, they'd have like a plush monkey, and then you like you grab the arm and like,
Oh,
dude, it's
yeah.
like a fucking slingshot. They shoot that shit across the gym. Everybody's like, oh fuck.
Push monkey.
Yeah.
Would you say?
Push monkey.
Nah, the ones that had the
Plush
fucking like,
Okay.
jelly on their arms and
Yeah.
fucking legs, and you would throw them up and they stick
Oh,
on the
yeah.
ceiling,
That.
and then they stay up there for like 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you gonna say, Louis?
My fat ass wanted an easy bake oven.
Dude, them bitches didn't even work like that though, did they?
No,
they-
I still don't know how they
You're
work.
literally powered by a light bulb, bro.
It's crazy.
It's
Ashton
bad.
knows.
I had one.
Oh, for real?
Aw.
Was it tight?
Fuck no, it was bad. Like they did not work.
You're literally eating batter, bro.
Pretty. It's
So
flour.
they-
You're eating
they
like raw
made-
egg?
They made cookies. It was like paper. They were just like chips.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Why don't? Damn. Of course, no. That shit's probably vegan. But I was like, we should try to get some and make it.
Bro, okay, so new show idea. We're gonna get a Corrupt Radio tries this product. Corrupt Radio, whatever. Fuck, we'll get an easy bake oven.
You know
I'll
what?
order that bitch right now.
Comment other shit you want us to buy and
Alright,
review.
for real.
Especially toys.
We should start an
If anyone's even
unboxing
listening.
segment.
Yeah, ain't
A
nobody.
unboxing segment.
Uh-huh.
Just a new product you find on Amazon.
It has to be some like fuck shit that like we'll actually
yes,
try on
yes,
the.
yes,
Alright,
yes.
that's genius. That's so genius.
Let's have a Bakugan battle.
That'd be kind of hard to. Ain't gonna
fun.
lie. Ooh, I gotta piss. Should we end this right now?
I think so.
Beyblade, bro. Beyblade.
We'll get the
Beyblade.
Rangers on them.
All right, everybody. Thank
Thor
y'all for
has to
listening.
piss. So happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
His balls are about to drop.
My balls about to drop. I'm about to piss out my pants right now.
Alright.
2020.
Shout out
Shout out,
everybody.
baby. Shout out,
Bye-bye.
everybody. Shout out, Emmy. Shout out, Marshall.
Sorry, this episode was
Shout out,
crazy.
Zach.
But
Shout out, both Zach.
Corrupt Radio episode.
already know what it is. Tuesday.
Sometimes I wish the sun would just explode. When God comes and calls me to his kingdom, I'll take all your sons of bitches when I go. Let it blow.
Corrupt Radio.
Corrupt video.